Hi, my name is Wayne Knapp. I'm the Safety Administrator for the Presbyterian Church of Queensland, and this is a safety presentation for the Clifton Presbyterian Church. In the presentation, we will look at the location of the firefighting equipment, the use of the firefighting equipment, the escape routes, exits and assembly areas for the church and hall, and finally, the evacuation procedure itself. As part of this procedure, we'll also look at the specific duties of event leaders and assistants. The firefighting equipment in the church is located firstly in the office behind the vestry, on the wall beside the rear door, and within the church itself there is a fire extinguisher located at the entrance to the church. As you walk in through the front door, it's behind the door on the left-hand side. Both extinguishers are powder-based extinguishers which are suitable for use on paper, wood, textile, oil and electrical fires. To use the extinguisher, remove it from the wall, remove the pin, which is this pin here, from the extinguisher, point the nozzle, which is this nozzle here, at the base of the fire, and pull the trigger, which is this here. As the powder comes out of the extinguisher, move the powder in a sweeping motion across the base of the fire. We'll now look at the exit routes and the assembly area. The assembly area is located in front of the hall, which is to the left of the church as you leave the front stairs, and it's at the driveway on the boundary fence to the left of the church on John Street, which you can see just behind that small car under the trees. To exit the building from the front, there are a number of routes. Firstly, there is an exit route to the right of the church, looking from the pulpit to the front door, which goes out onto a landing and then down a wheelchair access ramp which runs to the front of the church. An alternate exit from the front of the church is to walk down the aisle and through the front doors and down the stairs to the assembly route, which I showed earlier. Another alternative is to go up behind the pulpit, up the sets of stairs, and turn right into the small meeting room and through the door at the rear of the church. I'll now look at the evacuation procedures itself and the responsibility of leaders. If you're the first person to locate a fire, immediately alert the group leader, and only if it is safe to do so, attempt to extinguish the fire. Remember to make sure that you have a clear exit before trying to do so. Meanwhile, other members of the group should prepare to evacuate. On hearing an evacuation, immediately cease all activity, and only if it is safe to do so, switch off any appliances, equipment and machinery. Assist any person experiencing difficulty with the evacuation. Take a quick look to your left and right and see who is standing or sitting nearby. Walk quickly and calmly to the assembly area via your nearest exit, and at the assembly area, form into groups to assist the leader to ensure everyone has been safely evacuated. Report to the leader if you cannot locate the person that was to your left or right before you left the building. Do not re-enter the building. Remain at the assembly area until otherwise instructed. If for any reason you have to leave before the all clear is given, please let the leader know that you are leaving. If you're a worship leader or activity leader at the church or hall, there are additional duties that need to be performed as part of the evacuation process. Firstly, you need to investigate the fire situation, and if there is any doubt regarding whether there is a fire, call the fire service. You need to ensure the safe evacuation of all occupants from the building, And this is done by delegating people to check rooms, toilets and the hall to make sure that those buildings are clear of all people. Do not enter into a building if it is unsafe to do so, likewise with a room. This is how you account for all occupants at the assembly area. Ensure all occupants do not attempt to re-enter the building until it is safe to do so, and meet the fire services and advise them of any information relevant to the emergency. This includes any rooms or buildings that you're unable to gain access to. As there are a number of tasks that need to be completed, it may be necessary for you to share these duties between attendees to ensure a safe evacuation. These duties will normally be performed by the Committee of Management or Elders, and it is also necessary for the leaders in the church to make arrangements as to who is going to assist people who might have a disability problem in moving about the church and make sure that they can evacuate safely. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to give me a call.